Hello there, Gemini. How are you guys? This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. So we're doing a reading focusing on twin flame connections or soulmate connections for those who are in separation or going through some sort of challenge in your connection. So let's go ahead and see what it is that you need to know here. General advice as always, Gemini, so please keep that in mind for your reading and take from the messages whatever makes sense for you and release the rest. So we're going to first take a look at the lingering energies from your time together. Okay, so let's see. Because ultimately we're taking a look at their true feelings for you and how it comes through in this reading. So that's the first thing we're going to tackle here for this one. Lingering energies from your time together for Gemini. Heartburn. A part of me died the day you broke my heart. Okay. So they're dealing with a broken heart here. What else, please, for Gemini? Lingering energies. Oh, wow. So, for those of you who are familiar with the imprinting reference from the Twilight movies, this is basically what it's picking up off of, that same type of vibe. That, you know, you've made such an impact on this person. And so it says, you've imprinted yourself on every inch of my mind, body, and soul. So no matter where you guys go, even if you never get back together again, they won't ever forget you. Okay? All right, let's grab one more for Gemini. Lingering energies from your time together. So they still feel you. They still pick up off of your vibe. So this is a song by Katy Perry. It's called Self-Inflicted. And the lyrics say, "Baby, you are the weapon I choose. These wounds are self-inflicted. I'm going down in flames for you." So first of all, just by the first message of heartburn, you know, broken heart, you know, going down in flames, it was a connection perhaps that already either had issues going into it or red flags that were either preventing this person or needed to prevent this person from getting into a connection with you, but they went for it because of the attraction perhaps that they felt. So it could have been one of those things where they were crossing a line. So in that reference, I feel that this could have either been a third party or maybe somebody was already in another relationship that they don't necessarily have to be married, but I kind of feel that for some of you guys. Married, living together, engaged, definitely committed partnership. And there were lines that were crossed, you know. But I kind of feel from this person, they knew what they were getting themselves into. It's not like they didn't know. Or once that was brought to their attention, they knew. But they still went for it. You know, it was consensual though, I feel, Gemini, if this makes sense for you. You both knew what you were getting yourselves into. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify this. So they still feel your presence. And I kind of feel here, Gemini, that whatever happened between the two of you to separate you, it changed them tremendously to where they're just not the same person that they were when you guys were together. No matter how many relationships came after the two of you, they've changed. Okay. The Magician. So Gemini and Virgo coming through there. I feel a part of them is still wanting to manifest something for the two of you, wanting to come back into union. It could be a fantasy at this point. Page of Cups. Okay. Got the Four of Swords. Divine Feminine. You're coming in as the Empress here. So, okay, I'm kind of feeling perhaps divine feminine. You might have a masculine here who is still thinking about you, who's still dreaming about the possibility of being with you. Maybe time apart has helped their broken heart to heal, but I feel they're still suffering through this. It hasn't been an easy journey. I feel the time apart has helped to at least help your heart to heal. For some of you, maybe this is still too fresh. Maybe you're not quite there yet. Yeah, death card. Right now, this relationship is going through some major changes. I feel much needed, though. You know, it was like a shakeup, maybe almost like a tower moment. But part of the blessing of this death card is that whatever cycle needed to phase out, whatever doors needed to be closed, made way for change. And it made way for new doors, new cycles to come in. But first, there was a lot of work that needed to be done, or maybe that's still happening right now. The Hangman coming through here. You could be thinking of Pisces. So we've got Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, Taurus coming through here. I just am ultimately feeling here, Gemini, that you guys needed to go your separate ways. Let the chips fall where they may. You know, if you guys have the opportunity to come back together, I feel there's a lot here that needs to be ironed out first. If there are other people in the picture, if there were third-party involvements, in order for you guys to have a clear path towards getting back together, there cannot be other people, there can't be major obstacles that are preventing you guys, barriers, whatever it is. All of that needs to be worked through and cleared. I feel with the Hangman energy, this was much needed. You know, to get a new perspective of the situation, you needed to step away from it. And then we've got the Five of Wands, okay? So all of this focuses on the lingering energies, the disagreements, other people that might have been in the picture here, love rivals, conflicts. So there was drama here. We don't see the Tower card, but it could have certainly reflected that type of experience. Okay, so let's see. What are they holding on to when it comes to you, Gemini? What are they holding on to? Let's take a look at that. What are they holding on to when it comes to you or the relationship? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. Forgiveness, healing, closure, apology. So this is something that they feel the need to do. Maybe ask for forgiveness. Maybe it's closure that they just have not been able to achieve. You know, it could also have been maybe the last time you guys spoke, there was just unfinished business, you know? I still feel that this person is unhealed. Forgiveness needs to happen here in order for that healing to happen. And then we have freedom, no restrictions, letting go, walking away. And, you know, they could also be holding on to the day that you walked away from them. Maybe it's you that let go. But I'm also feeling for some of you, especially if it was a third party, they're really hoping that whatever the past might have represented, that someday you guys are just free to be together. Let me grab one more here. We have the fifth dimension, parallel world, cosmic realm. That could be how you guys are communicating or interacting at this time. They could truly be dreaming about you still. We have the beginning, clean slate, new chapter, moving on. This is truly something that they would want, I feel. They're holding on to this idea that maybe someday you guys can just move on from whatever happened and start again. But in the meantime, because they're obviously not with you, they're dreaming about you, they're thinking about you. You could be very much a part of their thoughts 24/7. Let's see what else. What are they holding on to when it comes to you or the relationship for Gemini? So this person is not over you by any means. What are they holding on to? You are my best friend. You know me better than I know myself. You know, I feel if you relate to this, you guys really were best friends. You could have been best friends before you were lovers, before you were romantically linked to each other. You guys were the best of friends. They still hold on to that. All of those wonderful conversations, the fun that you guys had, all the adventures that you shared, they still hold on to that. Holding on to it. Let me grab one more. For Gemini. I never knew true love until you. And this isn't going to be for everyone, but I feel that the person coming through in this reading could have been the one that was either married or already committed elsewhere. They could have been with somebody else, but until you guys connected and met, it opened up their eyes to what true love actually was like. So they could have been in a loveless relationship, or they were just comfortable with where they were at, and you might have come in and changed all that. So let's see. This is what they're holding on to. We've got the Four of Pentacles. This is interesting, wealth fixation. But, you know, what's interesting about this card is somebody who is clinging onto, holding onto everything that they either have, whether it's a material possession, their memories, the conversations. They're holding on to every part of it because it's about you. And I'm almost feeling like their love intensified even more once they realized that they could either, or that they either were the reason why things fell apart, or maybe they just didn't give their all, they didn't put in all the effort that they could have. Whatever the reason might have been, you know, this person, they're just holding on to every bit of hope, perhaps, that maybe someday you guys can still have a chance. Five of Cups. I mean, just look at the energy. Disappointment. They can't seem to move forward. I feel they're really struggling to let go. They want a new beginning. They still feel drawn to you. Yeah, they feel, I really am feeling here that they feel incredibly lost without you. Wow, Seven of Swords. Look at this, followed by the Eight of Cups. So once this played out, the deception and the lies, whether it was cheating or not, you know, because deception and lies does not have to be infidelity. But if it was, one of you walked away from the connection. But clearly, you know, between the two of you, somebody wants a new beginning. Somebody wants a new chapter. Somebody wants that clean slate. It could be a masculine here, King of Cups. And Divine Feminine, you're showing up as the Queen of Swords. You know, so here's our king ready to extend this cup to the feminine. But part of the reason, perhaps, Divine Feminine, why you walked away was because they cheated on you, or they just weren't being honest. And we have a feminine here who might be clarifying in this reading that, you know, you cut out your masculine because they weren't coming through as this loving, compassionate, devoted person. Maybe they weren't even ready to settle down at that time. So it kind of is presenting itself in a way here where the feminine might have cut the masculine out because they wanted to play the field. Could have been other people. And then bottom of the deck, we've got the Four of Wands. Okay. We do have the twin flame reference right here. So maybe you see this person as a twin flame, and that in no way is telling us that things will go smoothly. Twin flames can have just as many challenges as any other type of connection, but you guys will always feel drawn to one another regardless of distance and time apart, you know. This, however, paints a beautiful picture and outcome. And the next section we're going to be taking a look at is there a chance for reconciliation? This right here can represent a reunion, a very happy celebration of sorts. It could be marriage down the line for some of you. But I'm also feeling for some that this could have been a relationship that fell apart due to infidelity. And this could simply represent a relationship that you move on to, and it ultimately could lead you towards your twin flame. It could be that as well. But since this is a Gemini reading, whenever I see that, you know, the twins of the zodiac, I feel you're going to have your happy outcome here, Gemini. You know, you're always in control over your destiny and what it is that you can accomplish, whether that's regarding your love life or anything else going on. If you had to walk away from somebody because it just wasn't working for you, I feel this could be leading you down a path where you might just find your very special someone here. But for those who are relating to the message, this person is coming through as your twin flame. And there is the possibility of overcoming the challenges and, you know, having this very happy reunion. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that. Is there a chance for reconciliation? That's already telling us, of course, that the likelihood, for some of you anyway, that it is possible. All right, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. Is there a chance for reconciliation? Dog, okay, best friend, loyal, loving, and devoted. How interesting is that, guys? Okay, I mean, just the fact that we are seeing another card with a reference that says you guys are best friends. Best friends that turned into lovers here. Somebody could also be representing the dog in the Chinese zodiac. Okay. Is there a chance for reconciliation? We have bridges, divine connection, and shortening the physical distance to bring you together. That's for those of you who are open to a reconciliation. I'm kind of feeling this person still loves you. Okay, we have the Divine Feminine. That is followed by the Twin Flame card. You mirror each other for growth and healing. Let's go ahead and grab some time frames here. Is there a chance for reconciliation? It certainly is coming through that that's a possibility. Divine timing is at play here, guys. It comes down to divine timing. It's possible, but it's also one of those things where we just don't know exactly when it's going to happen. So just trust in the universe. Trust in your heart that if it really is meant for you, it will be. Wow, we've got the 10 of Cups. Followed by the 10 of Pentacles, okay? So 10s can certainly represent cycles that are close to completing or have completed. This could even be telling us that some of you guys were married, or you guys even talked about marriage or starting a family, or you could have already had a child or children from previous relationships. So it wasn't just the two of you, perhaps. Maybe financially, Gemini, things are looking up for you. But these two cards together, I mean, it's such a powerful message because it's telling us that despite whatever played out, for some of you guys, that life will still find a way for things to come together, come to fruition. Because this bond is undeniable. It's a very strong bond. But, you know, that's not going to apply to everybody because we saw how painful an experience this was. It simply depends on you as an individual and what it is that you would want to manifest in your life, you know? There's a strong bond here still that's coming forward. We've got the Star. You could be thinking of Aquarius here. You could have Aquarius in your chart. Maybe Divine Feminine. Whatever it is that you're wishing for when it comes to your twin flame connection, that has the capability to manifest itself, but it comes down to divine timing. And then we see the Three of Cups, a celebration, okay? So there is a very positive outcome that is coming through here when it comes to a second chance, a reconciliation. And this is confirmation of cycles that have completed. And part of those cycles has to do with a very painful experience, but through forgiveness and the opportunity to really heal, maybe together as well as individually, there's a second chance that is possible. And you guys are heading more towards these calmer waters. Okay, with the Six of Swords, it seems that there are some changes that will happen or are still in the process of happening. If you can both get onto the same page and just transition away from what happened in the past and move on from that and concentrate on where you guys could be in the future, then for some of you at least, there's the opportunity to start again. It's not going to be for everybody, you know. But if you're welcome to it, it's here for you when the time is right. So in the meantime, and this has been coming through for quite a few of the signs, don't put your life on hold waiting for it. It'll come to you when it's meant to, and if it is meant to. All right, Gemini, so that's what I've got for you. I do hope that there are parts to this message that resonates with you and offers you guidance that is helpful. If you would like your own reading, that information is down below in the description box, and I'll link all of the decks that you see here down below as well. Thank you guys so very much. I'll see you next time. Take care.